Hello, welcome to my live stream today. I have 3 orders of business to get out of the way, some housekeeping, if you will. One is there's a link above with an invitation to join my High Vibe Business Bootcamp, where if you love the content in this video, you will more than love the bootcamp. So check that out for sure and get signed up. And the other order of business is, oh my gosh, am I going to remember what it is? See, I have this problem if I don't write it down. I do not remember it. Hey, Michelle, make sure to say hello when you get here. Hello, you guys, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 things to let go of to manifest everything you want, specifically money mojo, because I see so many amazing women with so much talent with these soul-driven businesses who get stuck on a few of these things. And so I thought I would show up and just be your little manifesting fairy today and dive into some super juicy content about how you can really manifest more of what you want. So, oh yes, I remember the other order of business is to share this video. This video is going to be short and sweet, I think. And it's a really, really awesome video, really for anybody that wants to get anything in their life. So that's why sometimes I really push the share, because it's a message that is so universal and coming through that's so much bigger than any of us. And so that deserves to be shared, right? Just like I showed up when honestly I kind of didn't want to. Hi, Jessica, I'm your manifesting fairy. You know, it takes a lot to show up consistently and do live video to get clear enough to share a message. And so that's why I ask you to share it, because if I show up and share, then it seems like a good balance and kind of energetic exchange for me to ask you to share. So that's a very long version, but I will also shout you out and give you a big virtual, let me fix this, kiss and hug when you share, okay? Because it's super important. So the last thing is, oh, let's see, can you guys still hear me? Oh, here we go. Okay. Welcome, you guys. I haven't seen any shares yet. Let's see them. I want to see those shares coming in. The last order of business before I dive into the juicy content is that I am going to invite somebody to come on live with me. If you saw my last live stream, anybody who is on an iPhone is eligible to get picked to come on live and get a little bit of coaching. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing. Thank you. And I will ask you, I won't just pick you, but when I'm done giving you the juicy content, then I will invite one person to come on face to face with me. It's super fun and exciting. So be ready for that. I'll ask you and you'll raise your hand or something. I'll give you something to do that's specific. Okay, you guys? So let's dive right in. If we've never met, my name is Jaya Rose from jayarosecoaching.com. I am the creator of the High Vibe Zone and Rock Your Videos, and I help you get seen for being you and master your mission and make bank in your business. And I really have been coming more into talking about making bank in your business because I feel like it's the missing link for a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs. A common theme I see is women starting to show up, starting to share their message. And you know, the reality is, to have a thriving business, you have to have an income. To get to the next level, you have to have an income. To invest in yourself, to invest in your business, to actually propel your message forward on larger platforms and truly live your mission, you have to have an income. And so I'm really on a mission to help women see, obviously, the value in that, but also, how do you actually do it? Like, what are the steps? And I use the law of attraction. I have always used the law of attraction. I've been an entrepreneur for 15 years. And every time I've ever needed new clients, I think less about what are the strategies that I need to do, and instead, what is the energy vibration I need to be in, and how specific can I be in terms of what I'm asking for? So that's where this message is coming from today. And if you're ready for number 1, I'm going to give you 3 things, you guys, and I'm diving into a little bit of blocks. You know, I don't usually do this. I don't usually talk about what you shouldn't do. I'd love to talk more about what you should do, but I do feel these are really important to discover and practice, okay? So put a number 1 in the comments if you're ready for the first thing that is super important to let go of if you want to use the law of attraction and manifesting to up your money mojo and attract more abundance to you, okay? So number 1, I see the number 1s rolling in. Awesome. Not too late to share the video. We're just diving in. If you have specific friends who you think this message will help, you guys have conversations about making money in your business, just invite them. Invite them specifically or share it out. I would so appreciate that. Okay. So number 1 is, oh, you guys, I'm sorry to do this to you because I see everybody get stuck on this one, but it's essentially fuck the how, okay? We have to take basically how out of our vocabulary. So you have a dream, you get an idea, you get some divine download, you think, yes, this is an awesome next step in my business. I can serve people. There's a gap here. This is what people need from me. And then all of a sudden the question of how am I going to do it? How many people? How much money? And all of a sudden we get blocked, we get stagnant. And so put a heart emoji in the comments if you've had this experience. You're like pumped up on an idea and then all of a sudden the how completely F's you. And so what that really is ultimately is fear that it will not happen. And anytime we stretch ourselves and we start to look at a larger dream, a larger vision, of course we have that fear because that's our ego and our ego is there to protect us. And that's fine, but we can change the dynamic of our relationship with our ego. It is possible. And you see so many spiritual entrepreneurs, soul-driven entrepreneurs who have done this. So I am not standing here telling you anything I have not done myself. And the truth is that the fear that it won't happen, the fear that it won't work out is the same fear that is going to make it not happen. And so fear is a brake, right? We're putting that brake on. And if you experience it, that's okay. But the quicker you can realize, I'm putting the brakes on, the only thing you're putting the brakes on is the flow. Right? Is the flow of the thing actually working out? Is the flow of the money coming in? And so we have to start really relating these thought processes to the flow of the money that is able to come in, that's able to reach your bank account, that's able to show you your value and show you the value of whatever you're selling, because the fear will get in your way every single time. So when you get stuck in the how do I have it, how do I get it done? I want you to flip the script, okay? And this is what I want you to ask yourself. Why? Why is this going to be successful? Why right now? Why do people need this? And do you feel that? Do you feel the power that comes in when you start asking why? And so often in business we hear, what is your big why? Right? And it's super important, but I'll be honest with you. My original big why was to show my daughter, and at the time I was a single mom, to show my daughter what's possible. And that is not going to drive me every day. And so we can have that original why. And that original why is super valuable. But we need to have like 10 to 50 to 100 to 1,000 whys inside of each and every bold move you make. Right? So you're going to make a bold move. I want you to know why. Why right now? Why you? Why them? Why this? And sit with that and use that as your fuel and as your superpower when that annoying and ever present how comes in. Because how is something, the only time that we should be discussing how is when we're taking action. How we take action. How we take action. And that's it. How has no place for you and your energy and your mojo. Okay? Can I get an amen? Let's see some prayer hands. Amen to that, right? Yay, Mary. So glad. Okay, we still have 2 more. So here we go. Number 2. Put a number 2 in the comments if and when you're ready for number 2. This one is so powerful. Again, I kind of want to cry because I do this all the frickin' time, but it's such a good warning It's like a warning system that says to you, you're not quite there, sweetie, and that's okay. But here is some information for you, okay? So, yes, being bold. Yes, Misty. All right, number 2, here we go. It is judgment. Period. So we all have judgment. Hi, Amanda. I see you just hopped on. We all have judgment, and that's fine. And so like to live a spiritual life and say that you're not going to have judgment is total BS. That's not true. It's the relationship and it's the amount of focus we give that judgment that is important. And so I think sometimes we can get caught up in like, oh no, I was being judgmental, or like I had that. And no, that's okay. You're human. You're always going to be human, I hope, until you're not. And then we'll miss you, right? So it's super important, one, to not beat yourself up, but also to recognize when you see someone else having and doing the things you want. You see someone else making the income, having the successful business. You see someone putting themselves out there. Maybe it's me showing up on live video. How does she do that? How is she this confident, right? And it triggers you. And so this happens to me all the time when I see people who are at that next level, specifically of putting themselves out there, because I'm like, ooh, aren't I out there far enough, right? Like, isn't this good enough? And we're always going to be asked to take it to the next level. And you often will see somebody, you'll recognize that person that's right there at that next level. It's your next level. It's yours. And so in order to claim it, you cannot judge it. Okay, somebody write that in the comments. In order to claim your next level, you cannot judge it. And if the judgment comes up, Elisa, hello. In order to claim it, we have to accept, number 1, that we were judging it, and then be nice to ourselves and recognize, okay, honey, you're scared. You're tapping into the how, right? Go back to the why. And be nice to yourself. And how can you ease that? How can you ease that tension? Because ultimately, when we get triggered, it's tension, right? We get all tight in our bodies and our minds get wrapped in a loop. And in order to claim it, we cannot judge it. Yes. And it really is. And again, you guys, I'm never going to be one of those teachers that's like, you have to just do the thing, because that's not true. There's process inside everything. And more than anything, I want to feel empowered. I want to feel empowered about myself. And so I judge shit all the time, but use it to your advantage. So you feel that judgment and yes. Okay, so you can receive, you cannot receive what you are judging. Yes, and I love how Maru, you guys, hopefully you all follow Maru in Infant Receiving, because she talks about this so beautifully and so often. And it's really just a warning system to say, it's like, you're about to go to the next level. Like your next level is in sight. And if we can start to feel grateful that we received that warning, instead of mad at ourselves that we are judged, or instead of going full out into the loop of judgment, and just to say, wow, there's information to me and I'm closer to my next level than I ever could have imagined, right? So like find the joy and excitement, because you guys know how this works. We are always revving up or lowering down or staying the same. Like it's all about your frequency. And so that's really ultimately what all of this information is going to do for you. And the practices is about raising your frequency, which is exactly why I created the high vibe zone, right? It's not an accident. It is truly about that frequency, and it's about those thoughts that create the feelings that create the frequency. And so let's choose those thoughts wisely. And that doesn't mean that you're never going to have them. It's about training like a muscle, using your patterns and using them as information and then switching them up like it's a muscle. Okay, you guys, last one here, number 3. Put a number 3 in the comments if you're ready. This one is a touchy one, and I'm going to say it with love and compassion. And I'm also going to, Dejan Smiles. You guys, I don't know if you follow her, but you should also. She just named me the Truth Slayer yesterday, which I was like really excited about. So I'm going to slay some truth on this one, okay? And we'll see how it sits, okay? All right, I see some number 3s coming in. All right, you guys, this is huge. We have to say no to any and all sticky energy. And that means not only even, but especially people who pay you money. So when you have a transaction with somebody, a client, even if they're just in a group program, doesn't matter. They affect your energy, and you just spoke to the universe and said, this is what my energy is worth. Right now, the energy I'm putting into this program, this person, is equal to that amount of money, right? And if what you say is, I'm willing to throw myself off course, I'm willing to have stress, I'm willing to compromise my integrity by allowing somebody with sticky energy into my sphere, okay? That is so important. And I have had 2 clients now. So I've been doing this particular work, the visibility coaching, for 1 year. I don't know if you guys saw my Biziversary video last week, but super exciting, 1 year. 2 people in the 1 year, I consciously said, no, they already had paid me money, and big chunks of money, over $3,000, you know, not like $50. And I refunded them the money, both of them. And honestly, it felt good. And so when you get into a sticky situation like that, just recognize that it's sticky because the energy is sticky. And it's about you unsticking yourself and being that clear channel, right? We're being the clear channel for both downloads, inspired action, and then the frequency that creates, which is flow. And inside of that, money wants to come to you. So the more clearly you can speak to money and to your relationship with money and say, I want a flow. I want to flow. I want to spend money easily, and I want to make money easily. Yes, holla. Put what have we not used yet, you guys? Your favorite emoji, any emoji, in the comments if what you want is to flow with your relationship with money. And we have to get so clear on who we want to work with. What energy suits us? How are we showing up in our best? Because honestly, when I refunded people their money, what happened is their sticky energy made my energy sticky. And then who's to blame for that? Or who's to take responsibility? Me. It's up to me. If I'm going to engage with somebody who has, oh yay, the unicorns. If I'm going to engage with somebody who has sticky energy, then I have sticky energy, right? And that is not helping me make money. That is not keeping me a clear channel to receive downloads, to take inspired action, and to flow with money. So it's really just that simple. And it's a practice, and it takes faith, and it takes trust, and it takes being in alignment with your mission and mastering that mission to the point where nothing, not even people who you love and who love you, will get in the way of you doing your divine work in the world. And that's what we're being called to do. I know that's why you're here. I know that's why you're on my video. And that's the work we're going to be doing in my free boot camp, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video. But if you just hopped on, the link is above. I would love for you to join, because this is truly the energy that I believe is going to change the world. Right? My slogan for the High Vibe Zone is spread light, make bank, be the change, because it ultimately is about that bigger why. Like why, and when I come back to that bigger why, it always has everything to do with, because now is the time. This is a movement. It's not just me. I'm a part of this, and you are a part of it, and we all have to show up and do our part. So, all right, you guys. Again, if you got any value from this video at all, make sure to share it out. More and more people need to be doing this work, and you have the potential to be the gateway between them and the potential video, the potential light that can help them get to their next level. So if anybody wants to hop on live with me, I am going to take one person on right now, and you just need to put me in the comments. And if anybody has not seen this yet, it is super cool, you guys. I can invite you. You have to be on an iPhone, and I can invite you to come on with me, and we can just chat. We can do a little coaching. You can ask me a question about any of the content I just gave you, and it's just amazing. And so you could leverage this inside your own live videos as well. So stick around. And me, all right, Gina, you're in. Let's see if I can, oh, can't wait to see you. Hang on, I'm gonna get some water. All right, it takes a few seconds. So you guys, if you haven't done this yet, it's so cool. You can just tap on somebody's name and you'll see a little lit up green light on them that looks kind of like a camera. And that means that you can invite them to come on with you. And you'll see in a second here, it'll split the screen and it's super cool. It looks so much better than Zoom. Like I've been using Zoom for my Free Spirit Radio and I don't love the way it looks. I almost think I should switch to this because it's super clean and I just love it. But it does take a second to connect. So let's see if she's hopping on. Gina, are you hopping on, girl? Oh yeah, a bunch of you are here that are capable. Yeah. Hello.
I'm like, look, I don't care.
There we go.
Hey.
I have to unplug my microphone. Cool. This is so fun. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I was cleaning my kitchen and I've been doing yard work, but you came on and I jumped on and now I'm like, okay, I'm totally inspired. So I don't even care what I look like.
You're awesome. Yeah, you got the crazy hairdo going right now.
I do.
You got the leg. I've been doing all the things. Awesome. So what inspired you?
I'm sorry?
What you said that you were so inspired. What inspired you?
I've been trying to get my business launched and you just gave me a moment where it's like, yes, okay, that's what I need to be doing is jumping on that and trusting.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. That's great. Perfect.
This was totally impulsive.
Did you have a specific question you wanted to ask?
I wanted to ask what I'm building is a website with WordPress tutorials and how to help people build websites because I'm a website designer. I don't want to do clients anymore. I want to just help people and help them build, whatever coaching business, whatever they're doing, and being free and helpful and serving people. But then I feel horribly guilty asking for too much money. So how do you know what vibration, whatever it is that you set your prices at without feeding yourself or hurting other people?
So when do you know specifically what you're going to offer and who you're going to offer it to?
I'm going to be offering walkthroughs for certain themes, tutorials on how to set up your site, how to set up your email, that sort of thing.
So what is too much money in your opinion?
I don't know. I mean, that's the quandary I have is that it's like, I'm not sure I know what other people charge and I've purchased their walkthroughs when I first started working with WordPress and it was ridiculous. There was like too much from the standpoint of like these horrible little tutorials and they were charging too much and I felt ripped off and I don't want to do that to other people.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the short answer to what's charging too much. And so this is for everybody that's here with us live too. I think a lot of people have trouble naming the value, right? Because we get caught up and we hear like, charge your worth and you have to charge X amount. And the truth is, it's not about your worth. The amount of money that you charge doesn't have anything to do with your worth. It's what people are going to be willing to pay. And that's in a direct response to what problem you're going to solve for them. So it's too much money if the people who you're targeting to sell it to will not pay it because it's too much money. And so that might mean that you're targeting the wrong people or it's the wrong item. It has to be equal in terms of this solves this problem and they're going to be willing to pay it. So there's different ways to leverage that in terms of like one-on-one. If you want to charge, again, like charge your worth, like for me to work with me one-on-one, I have to charge a good fee because otherwise I could not show up and do my group coaching and do these kind of calls. I would be burnt out all the time doing one-on-one work, right? And I have to make a certain amount of money to keep my business afloat so there's all these factors that come in. It's not really about what someone else thinks is too much. It's about what it's worth for me to do the work and then finding the people that are going to pay it.
Okay.
But if you want to have a lower cost offer, like for example, I'm launching my High Vibe Zone, it's going to be $44 a month. And I really created that because I don't want to only have a $10,000 package. I want to have a bigger impact than that. So but I'm not saying, well, I don't want to charge $10,000 because people won't be able to pay it. Do you see what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
not bending the will. It's a matter of creating something that will meet people where they are, and then charging something that they're going to be willing to pay, but that stretches them a little bit because they're not, right?
Have a lot of amazing information. So it's kind of, but it also would serve people to be able to build their own sites instead of having to
Yeah.
hire a
I love it. You know, right away when you started talking, I started to pick up on a group program. Like I just was like group program. And so running group programs is a great way to leverage your time, but also be able to keep your costs lower. And the truth about cost or payment is that you have to start where you are. If you can't deliver the cost to somebody and feel good about it, nobody's going to buy it. It's just how it is. And so, for example, when I first started my this coaching business, I sold a 3-month package for $2,100. And that stretched me, but I was able to do it. The next one I sold for $2,800 because I knew it was worth it. The next one, $3,500. And I went up and up from there. But so I think meet yourself where you are, sell a few at a cost that maybe isn't going to be your forever cost, but get really confident about what you're doing. So I love doing a beta round, so I suggest create a group program that you have 5 to 10 people in, walk them through get them the results, and charge them maybe half the price. I don't know why I did quotes. Half the price of what you really want to charge for it. Then you'll feel great about selling it. You'll have testimonials, and you'll be rocking and rolling.
Great. That's a great idea.
That?
Yes. And I didn't know I would be live on this. I thought I was going to be asking questions.
Look
So,
yeah.
Yay, hi, everybody.
Inspired action. Yeah, so do that. I don't know if you're in my Facebook group, but you can click my cover photo to join and keep us posted on how that's going. I'd love to hear about it.
I will let you know. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Gina. Cool, you guys, how fun is that? I just love that so much. So I'm going to be incorporating this more often. I might even, and tell me in the comments, yay, I'm getting some hearts. Tell me in the comments, heck yes, if you think it would be fun to have a show. The only name I'm thinking of so far is like Coaching with Jaya, but I think I need a spicier name than that, where it would be actually dedicated. Maybe I would take 3 calls at once. But this is something I've learned through doing group coaching, is that it is always so valuable to watch someone else be coached, because everybody has similar questions. And so let me know in the comments again with a heck yes if you think that would be great. And maybe I'll be able to commit to one day a week where I actually come on at the same time, because I am spontaneous AF, and I'm a little bit flighty in terms of committing to actually showing up. But I'd love to have a little show that I actually show up for every week. So let me know if you love that, and if you want to be on next, then keep showing up. All right, you guys, I hope you got a lot of value out of this. Like I said, again, if you got any value at all, share it out, share the love, share the mission, and I'll see you next time on my live video. Bye.